What is up, book nerds? Jeannie here, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, welcome. I hope you stay. In today's video, I am going to share with you my April TBR, or all the books I plan to read in April. So if you're ready to hear all of that, stick around and grab yourself a cup of coffee because there's a bunch of good books on this TBR. At least I think so. So first off, I am going to be starting off with my March rollover books because there was 2 books that I really didn't get to finish in March. Well, quite honestly, because they were some big books and I pretty much like to take my time with my books and I'm a slow reader. So what can I say, right? Rollover book number 1, Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. So in this one, we are taking a journey with Gabriel de Leon, and he happens to be the last Silver Saint, which happens to be a group of like holy, I forgot.
What was this award for? I'm sorry. Huh? Viewer's choice. Oh my God, y'all, thank you.
But he is the last one of the last ones, and it just so happens that he gets captured and he is telling his story, and his story is full of like war, pain, love, betrayal, and what else? Forbidden love, lost friendships, and the quest for humanity's last remaining hope, the Holy Grail. Okay, and so far I am about like 25% into the book, and I'm pretty much enjoying it, but I can't spill the beans right now because hello, you gotta wait till the end of the month to hear how I felt about this book. So let's move on to the next rollover book. Rollover book number 2, A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. That was kind of a tongue twister for some reason. But in case you don't know, this book is one of those heavy hitters. It's gonna hit you in them feels. It might leave you broken. Matter of fact, it's gonna leave you broken. Sorry for that annoying person out there deciding, hey, I want to ruin Jeannie's video and bang the crap out of stuff. Ugh. But anyways, yes, this one is said to be like a super heartbreaking book. I'm gonna need to crawl in a hole, be on the corner somewhere, and wonder why I even read it to begin with. But we are following a boy named Jude who happens to have a backstory that is super painful, that's traumatic, and his 4 friends that are living in New York. They were college friends, and they are basically just finding out about Jude and the fact that he has like this tragic story. So Jude is kind of like haunted by those fears and that trauma that he dealt with in his childhood. So the thing is, now what we have to, I guess, find out in the story is it gonna like define him? Is it gonna consume him? Is he gonna be able to heal from this? And yeah, that's basically what I remember from it. As you can see, I did start this one too. I actually started this one before, like back in, I believe it was like September, something like that. And then I stopped because I kind of felt like it was getting to the deep parts. And then I kind of like started a little bit last month, but then I wasn't ready. So at the moment, I am going to be reading it for sure this month, especially because I'm reading it with my boo bear, M. So I'm going to restart it to kind of like refresh my memory, even though I do remember a lot of it. But yeah, I just want to annotate the crap out of it. I want to cry. I want to have my heart broken. I want to have some ice cream to go with it. Or maybe that's just an excuse for me to have ice cream. Who knows? But yeah, I'm ready for it, and we're gonna do this month. Now we're going to dive into my Patreon book club, book picks, and I am excited for these books. Let's dive in. Patreon Black Heretics Book Club, Gallant by B.E. Schwab. Okay, guys, so I am super excited for Gallant. As some of you may know, if you've been on this channel and you've been following me, first of all, you're the real MVP. I love you so much. If you've been following, and if you haven't, regardless, I'm still gonna repeat myself about it. But if you know, why am I repeating that? I absolutely loved The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. And that kind of made me fall in love with V.E. Schwab's writing. And then I went on to read The Monsters of Verity duology, which is This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet. And I love that duology as well. So, guys, when I heard she was coming out with this book, it was my anticipated read of 2022. And I kind of was sad about it at the same time because, again, if you've been following me, you know that I am going through a little bit of a tough time financially, so I can't really buy anything, really. However, one of my friends, Alyssa, over at Nerdy Nurse Reads, I believe that's the name of her channel, and if it's not, I apologize, but I'll have it linked down below, and I'll put it over here at the screen, on the screen. She was so kind enough to gift me this book, and I appreciate that so much. So now I have it, and I'm able to read it, and I was so happy that my Patreon picked this book. Yeah, so anyways, let's talk about what this book is about. So in Gallant, we are following Olivia Pryor, and basically she is, I think, like trying to find out about herself, and then like the only thing she has is like her mother's journals, which kind of gives her information. And one of the things that I think her mother's journals kind of say is for her not to go home or something like that. But then she's kind of beckoned to go home to Gallant. And that was, again, one of the warnings that her mother gave her not to do. But we all know how that goes, right? I mean, hello, mom says don't do something. What do? We do it anyway. So obviously, that's what Olivia does. She goes to Gallant. She meets family that she's never met before, and she also can't open doors that's there. And there's a whole lot of secrets going on, right? Like, she doesn't know what kind of nightmares, I think, that her cousin is having. She really doesn't know what happened to her mother. And guess what? She never got the letter or the memo or whatever that she's not supposed to open that secret door, and she doesn't know what lies behind the other side of the wall. So yeah, there's a whole lot of craziness, and now she's like figuring like, what is it that she really supposed to be doing there, and who really called her there, and is it the shadows? What is going on? So yeah, there's a lot of secrets, there's a lot of fun happening in here, shadows, monsters, who knows. And I'm excited for this. And yeah, I cannot wait to read this with my Patreon, with my Black Heretics. And it's going to be a good old time. And I am super stoked for this one. Black Heretics Book Club pick number 2. The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. Okay, guys. So this book, first of all, let's take in this beautiful cover. Yes, look at him, and look at that spine. We love that. We like him. Ooh, he's thick. And dragons, hello. Yes. Yes, okay. This, I was super excited when my boo, again, M, suggested we read this one. And again, I was super excited when it was picked for us to read. Listen, I am one that I like dragons, okay? And when there is a book or a world that has dragons, I am like, yes, sign me up. Let's go for this ride. I'm ready for this world. and do not disappoint me. Okay? Do not disappoint me. If you say a book has dragons, give it all to me. Do not say it has dragons and then don't give that to me. Priory of the Orange Tree. Ooh, the shade of it all.
Girl, the shade of it all.
Sorry. But yes, you know what's so funny about this is that I don't really know what this book is about because it doesn't really have a synopsis. Yeah, it doesn't really have a synopsis. I just know, I'm just going by the title. But it says here, a world caught in an eternal war, one young man will become his people's only hope for survival. A Syosa-inspired world complete with magic, dragons, demons, and curses. Ooh, yes, 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 yes. So I know, like, I skimmed through the synopsis on Goodreads because, again, it's not like on this book, and this is the actual book, so it's not like it's not an arc or anything. But yeah, when I was giving like little word hints so my Patreon can vote on which book to read, I kind of like I said, skimmed through the synopsis. So I remember that it did state there was dragons. It did state that there was a curse and like a tribe and stuff like that. I didn't know there was demons. So I'm excited. And yeah, I can't wait to hopefully finish this one this month, because last month, me and my Patreon, we really did overdo it, which is why we didn't even, none of us got to finish Empire of the Vampire. So yeah. So hopefully with us bringing down our book club books to just 2 a month, hopefully we can do better. But anyways, yeah, I'm super excited for this one, and I can't wait to let you know how it went at the end of this month into the beginning of next month. I guess I was right. So now I'm going to go into the books that are for my TBR knockout challenge, which is my bookshelf challenge that the random number generator picked for me to read this month. TBR Knockout Challenge book number 1, The Bone Shard Daughter by Andrea Stewart. All right, guys, I know if you're one of my regulars here, one of my ride or dies, I know you're like, Jeannie, we saw this before. All right? Like, you made me laugh when you said that the Emperor was like, I'm a bone shard your ass, right? Like, yes, I know. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me just share the clip right now. Here we go. Here's what I maybe know about this book. So there's this emperor who knows how to do some bone shard magic to keep the people in check, all right? Like, he's like, listen, don't act up or I'll bone shard your ass. But that's where he messed up, because now those same people that he bone sharded are coming for him. Like, they're gonna start some revolutionary and shit. So he has this daughter, Lynn, who he pays no mind to, and he's also like, nah, you ain't gonna be heir of my throne. Who said? So she decides to go left, or maybe this way for you, whichever is left for you. And learn some forbidden bone shard magic. As we know, there's always a cost to forbidden magic. And now Lynn has to decide, do I want to be a boss and claim this throne? Or do I want to be like Batman and save the people of Gotham City?
I'm Batman.
See what I did there? No? Maybe? Okay, moving on. So yeah, all of that I described in a previous video. So no, I didn't get to finish this book. I did start it, but what had happened was that since this was a book that was voted upon by like people on my Instagram when I first launched my Patreon. I didn't have anybody yet. So it was like, that's why I didn't read it because it was like nobody was there yet. And then, in like the middle of the month, that's when I started getting, and towards like the end, that's when I started getting people in my Patreon server. So yeah, it was like, well, it'll make sense for me to read this now. And then, my heretics, they were like, yeah, we not gonna read that now because it's already almost the end of the month and they already had their TBRs planned. So it was like, yeah, that's fine. So look, it don't matter because the random number generator picked it for me anyway. So now you guys will get to hear what I thought of that emperor, bone sharding people's asses. TBR Knockout book number 2, Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. I forgot what this book is about, but I do know it's like inspired by Greek mythology or something like that. But let's listen to this. So it says sister, lover, traitor, hero. Excuse me. What? Yes, we are ready for that. So it says Ariadne, Princess of Crete, grows up greeting the dawn from her beautiful dancing floor and listening to her nursemaid stories of gods and heroes. When Theseus, the prince of Athens, arrives to vanquish the beast, Ariadne sees in his green eyes not a threat but an escape. Defying the gods, betraying her family and country, and risking everything for love, Ariadne helps Theseus kill the Minotaur. But will Ariadne's decision ensure her happy ending? And what of Phaedra, the beloved younger sister she leaves behind? So yes, it says it's a new epic, one that puts the forgotten women of Greek mythology back at the heart of the story as they strive for a better world. Yes, we love us a book that focuses on women, and I am ready for it. And yeah. TBR Knockout book number 3, Walk on Earth, a Stranger by Ray Carson. Okay, guys, so the reason I have, you know what, let's rewind that. Initially, I was only picking 2 books from my TBR Knockout, right? But then I realized that I wasn't picking nothing from my series shelf. I had finished the last book of Kingdom of Ash, and I was like, wait a minute, it's time for me to pick something from my series shelf so like that I can start a new series. And yeah, I was like, all right, let's do this. I actually don't even know what this is about because I had this book for so long on my shelves. And yeah, I know that when I first got it, I was pretty excited for it because the story was so interesting. I know it has to do something with like gold or like some kind of powers with gold, but let me read the back to you. So it says, when there's gold to be had, you can't trust anyone, not a single soul. So what? That sounds amazing. It says, gold is in my blood, in my breath, even the flecks in my eyes. So we're following Lee Westfall, who has a strong and loving family, and she also has a secret, which we love secrets. And also, you know what? I could keep a secret. So Lee has her secret perfectly safe with me. So she can sense gold in the world around her. Veins deep in the earth, small nuggets in the stream, even gold dust caught underneath a fingernail. She has kept her family safe and able to buy provisions even through the harshest winters. But what would someone do to control a girl with that kind of power? A person might murder for it. So there you go. So we know that obviously once somebody discovers that somebody has some kind of power like that, what? I would even go for it. I mean, I wouldn't commit murder, but I would be like, yo, Lee, you know, girl, can you help a girl out? Because I'm in need. I'm struggling. You know, food stamps, it helps, but it's not really cutting it as much. Nah, food stamps does help, girl. But can you help me out with some cash? Because, you know, that part, they stingy with it, all right? Like, I need some sneakers, you know, I need some new clothes. Yeah, girl. All right, we cool. Can yeah? All right. Yeah. And I will keep her secret, you know? She got a friend in me. She does. We cool, homie. We cool. Another book I decided to read in April, well, just because. How Successful People Win by John C. Maxwell. All right, guys. So, you know, I do like to read me a nonfiction self-help book. Trying to do that every month. So I decided to pick up this one because, you know, who doesn't want to win? Like, you just got to. You got to be moving forward. You got to be striving. We got to be winning here, right? So it is said that in this one, John Maxwell is going to teach me how to turn every loss into a winning experience, right? So he's going to give me all the tools. That way I can move forward and gain the right mindset to turn a loss into a gain. So there we go. Here I am, right? I got this channel, right? We doing it. We doing it. I'm not getting discouraged this time, guys. I'm boosting this channel up. With your help, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. And yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to change that mindset. But yes, this is a book that I'm planning to read this month. And let's see how it goes, right? So guys, yeah, please disregard if you hear any growling and playing, because, you know, these two pupperoos, they're right there. They're playing around. But let me know what you thought of my April TBR. Have you read any of those books? Do you plan on reading any of those books? If you made it this far in the video, I love you long time, and leave this emoji right here. If you'd like to support me further, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and chill with me and my Black Heretics and all these other peeps up in my Patreon. We got that link down below. I would love for you to join us. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Remember to sprinkle a little kindness and love everywhere you go. And see you in the next video. Bye.